Salaar fans want to know that they believe that you cracked the magic combination for Salaar and KGF. There's a magic combination of being able to tell something that has immense mass appeal, yet has certain authenticity that every member of the audience connects deeply to. Of course, I'm not going to pretend I can decipher Prashanth Neel, but I've heard these young people talk. So what is it to film students that you can say to encourage artistic integrity and yet get the business right? I think that's the quest for everyone, and that's where they fail the most. Either they get carried away like Akshat and go into deep artistic expression, or they get carried away by the business and forget their storytelling integrity. So, some words of experience from you.
So I made 4 movies till now. They're mass commercial movies, and they are not the movies that I usually sit and watch on television. So my taste is very different. If given a choice, I would make very different kind of movies. I'd make something like an Inception. I'd make a love story, like Hum Aapke Kaun. But the viability, the feasibility, the business, they all lie somewhere else. Coming from South India, I know where the money comes from. I'm not somebody who has come over here to make a difference. I've come here to make a livelihood, bread and butter, of course, a lot of butter with my bread. And so I understand where I am right now, and I try and make movies with only one intent, and I think they teach this in many schools, business schools, consumer behavior. And I understand that pattern, and even if I'm not comfortable, that's where I said passion goes out of the window. I might not be comfortable making these movies. I probably want to make movies that I want to make, but I'll not do it right now. Because when it is only about economics for me. It's the creativity comes from basic necessities for me. I have to make a certain kind of movie. I have to make a movie for Prabhas. I have to make a movie for Yash. I have to make a movie for NTR. When I am making these movies for NTR or Prabhas or Yash, I can't make a Hum Aapke Kaun.
These are great words. I'll share this passage with you, by the way. And I'm looking forward to having you at film school and talking to the students, and I'm sure you would get energized, and they would be energized too. I don't know if we have time for questions from the audience, but I could ask 2 questions.
Sir, this question is, I am Ram Lingeswar KV,
Hi.
founder of Neram. This question for you, Mr. Prashanth sir. While before making the movie, when the story in the script level, that is the vision of the director. He prepares everything script level. In your vision, who you think as a hero? Is it yourself or any other person?
So it's not as innocent as just writing a story for us. The moment we start writing characters, we say, okay, Amitabh Bachchan is going to be playing this character. The hero of this movie is going to be Prabhas. And the heroine is going to be played by Deepika Padukone. I'm talking about Kalki. I don't know why I mentioned all of those names. But I'm just giving you an example. So it would have been fantastic for us not to have, and we could even sketch it out. But it happens that, you know, it is probably the most polluted way of making of telling stories. It's not as beautiful as we think it is from the outside. It is commercial. You go pay money, pick up popcorn, and I don't know why I'm belittling the film industry also right now, but it is very simple. We make film for the screen. It is an audio visual experience. So we do everything possible to enhance that only through audio and video. So the way we think is very different. I wish we could just make a pure story, say it the way that story is, because our stories are more beautiful than they appear on screen.
So actually, this is in the relation of what you were also talking about. You know, can you see me?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. So you talked about consumer preference and, you know, economics game, and this is, you know, one of the phrase which has also been going around is that do we live in a consumer driven economy or do we live in a production driven economy, right? And in terms of even in media, what kind of films are being produced? Does
you're watching, like, let's say 2 films in a week, it's accounting to 3% or less than 3% of your time in a week, right? So if that is...
So filmmakers like Prashanth Neel and Anurag Kashyap have been wonderful mentors. Prashanth has been mentor to my son Akhil, and I know when Akhil's faced the ups and downs, like all actors do, Prashanth has been there for him and kind of pulled him out of the depth of despair and given him a lot of courage to go on. And Anurag Kashyap has done the same for Akshat.
Yeah.
So in this spirit of mentoring and giving and helping the younger generation see the future, I would love to invite Prashanth to tell us his story, because everybody sees the success of KGF and they see what you were able to achieve and this glory, but nobody knows about the journey that got you there and the failures that you faced. So over to you.
I came to the film industry on a whim and a fancy. I think like most of us do. It's just a lot of glitter. Till you start realizing that, you know, this is very serious. Today if you ask me what